Tingles ASMR. Today's going to be another iteration of our Murdle videos here, solving some of the Murdle puzzles. I think we're pretty far into the book at this point. I think we're almost going to go to the next level of difficulty in puzzles. But yeah, today I'll just be mostly whispering, and I have hard candies and gum. I think I might start with some hard candy here, and then towards the end of the video, just start chewing on a piece of gum. I can't remember if I mentioned on the last video, I think in the last video I was talking about I had ordered the Rode microphone, and I can't remember if I talked about testing it or not, but unfortunately it just isn't going to work. I don't know, none of these microphone setups seem to do a better job than the built-in iPhone mic, at least at like the budget that I was looking at. I'm probably going to have to just end up going on something big and getting a new camera set up too. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know what else to do. I've done a good amount of research and trying to find something that'll work that isn't like terribly complex or super costly, because the channel is in its early stages. Anyway, I'm probably gonna have to stick with this microphone for the time being. If anyone's got any suggestions, again, I'm just shooting on my iPhone. I don't have another camera right now. I don't have a different microphone. If anyone has any ideas or suggestions, I'm happy to hear them out. But I've tried 2 different microphones, and neither of them seem to be doing a better job than the built-in mic with the camera with the iPhone. So it is what it is. But okay, let me open this up and let me get a hard candy going. Oh wait, I think we already did. We got to the next level of difficulty in puzzles. Now I think I've tried some of these in the past, yeah, and I haven't had much success. So this was like a long time ago, so I don't know. We'll try again and see what we can do. But yeah, I'll read through this, and then we'll go to the next puzzle. I have a new pencil too, a mechanical pencil. Instead of the other one that I was using that was actually like an erasable pen, I figured this would be a little bit more efficient. So let me get a hard candy going here. Yum Earth. Okay. Hard-boiled. Deductive Logico had lost everything. His friend, his rival, has maybe something more. His source of funds. With Inspector Irritino gone, he was alone against the world. But he was a man with a mission too. And he wasn't going to let anything get in the way of it. In these 25 mysteries, he pushed himself to the limit to solve the riddle of Irritino's murder. There were more suspects, but he stopped getting their statements. He tried to get inside their heads instead. In these mysteries, we have to find not only who, what, and where each murder was committed, but why, too. Everybody has a possible motive, but only one of them is guilty. Logico had never cared about motives before, but Irritino had. Maybe this was his way of keeping him around. Or maybe he now just saw everyone as a potential killer. He was a man on a mission. He had to figure out what these ancient ruins were, what the symbols stamped upon them meant. Exhibit C, seen to the left, and what they had to do with Irritino's killing. Because he knew cerulean was just a tool of a larger conspiracy. Someone behind him, someone else was calling the shots, and Logico was going to find that person. And when he found that person, he was going to get revenge. The Detective Club challenge for these mysteries is to figure out what the ancient ruins truly are before Logico does. Can you do it? No. All letters have been transliterated into modern script. Okay. see how this plays into these puzzles. I don't know. Okay. Let's jump to. Well, do I want to retry these? It's fine. Let's just jump to the ones I haven't tried yet. Okay. The Walk in the Mysterious Woods. Deductive Logico walked away from the Institute, down the lone and lonely road, until eventually he wandered off the road and into the woods, where he found the body of a woman wearing strange cultic robes. Suspects. Cryptozoologist Cloud. He knows every sighting of the Barghest, Tobar Jew, Beast of Bodmin Moor, and also what the difference is. I don't know if I pronounced any of those correctly, but flag me if I didn't. Baron Maroon, an incredibly haughty man who holds a grudge. Nobody wants to offend the Baron, at least nobody who's still alive. Judge Pine, master of the courtroom, and possessed of a firm belief in justice as decided by her alone. I also haven't been reading their height and all that, my bad. Judge Pine is 5'6", right-handed, dark brown eyes, black hair, and a Taurus. Sociologist Umber. As a representative from the hard sciences, she's always asking people to question their priors and if they've read Durkheim. 5'4", left-handed, blue eyes, blonde hair, Leo. Okay. Locations. So you'll see in these, we have one additional suspect, location, and weapon, and we also now have motives involved as well. Locations. The gnarled tree, outdoors, bent and twisted at impossible angles. It reminds Logico of Aretino's logic. I feel like I'm stuttering a lot today, my bad. The moving cave, indoors. Every time you find this cave, it seems to be in a different spot. The ancient ruins outdoors. Your legs seem unsteady around them, like they're sinking into the ground. The little hill outdoors. A nice little hill for sitting on and having picnics at, or mourning your partner. Weapons. A heavy candle. It's heavyweight and made of wax. It's heavy, yet it lightens the room. An old sword. Heavyweight, made of metal. This was used by the bad guys in an old war. It's all rusted. A log. Heavyweight, made of wood. I think the weapons now have descriptions of what they're made of. I think previously it was just their weight. A big heavy oak log. Somebody killed the tree, so the tree could kill somebody. An axe, medium weight, made of wood and metal. This axe could chop a tree down, if only it could cut out bad memories. Okay. Motives. To scare a bear away. To steal a prized book. For the revolution. And to get revenge. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. We'll start going with the clues and evidence and figure everything out. So, Logico found a red hair wrapped around the log. Okay, red hair. Baron Maroon had red hair wrapped around the log. Okay, so Baron Maroon had the log. So Baron Maroon had the log. So Baron Maroon had the log. Nobody else could have had the log. And then Baron Maroon couldn't have had any either. I think I used to do circles for who. Yeah, just to this background, I was doing circles for who had the weapon or whatever, and then X's for everybody else, but now we'll just make it X, I guess. I'm just realizing I flipped it. Like all the previous ones. Yeah, I was using circles to indicate who had what weapon or whatever, but that's alright. Okay. Got that one. The person carrying a heavy candle wanted to steal a prized book. Okay. So, the motive for stealing a prized book was associated with the person who had a heavy candle. sounds when we're writing. Whoever wanted to get revenge was a Scorpio. Okay. Typical. Who was the Scorpio? Oh, there's a couple Scorpios, so that doesn't help. We'll have to do some other deductions before we come back to this one. Whoever wanted to scare a bear away would have had to have been right-handed. Okay, we got a bunch of righties, so that means... Okay, wait. We can rule out the people who weren't Scorpios here. I gotta backtrack and remember. Okay. So whoever wanted to get revenge was a Scorpio. So that motive could not have been associated. So this was revenge. That motive could not have been associated with people who are not Scorpios. So that means Judge Pine and sociologist Lumber. Judge Pine. Whoever wanted to get revenge. Okay, so Judge Penn could not. Revenge is this one, okay. And then sociologist Lumber is this. Okay. So we don't have everything for this one yet, but we do know that the other two people were not Scorpios. That wasn't their motive. Whoever wanted to scare a bear away would have had to have been right-handed. So I think everybody here is right-handed except sociologist Umber, so we know sociologist Umber wouldn't have wanted to scare a bear away. So sociologist Umber, this is the bear, okay. So we've ruled out a couple motives for sociologist Umber, okay, but we don't have everything yet. The suspect who had a motive to kill for the revolution was seen plotting indoors, okay. Whoever wanted to kill for the revolution was seen plotting indoors. So revolution is this one. Location, okay. Suspect who had a motive for killing was seen plotting, so indoors. So the moving cave was the only one indoors, so the moving cave. This one's the revolution, so we go here. So that location could not have been involved with other motives, and that motive cannot be associated with other locations, okay. Analysts discovered traces of a weapon made, at least in part, of metal on the clothing of sociologist Umber. Well, there's a couple metal ones here, but we can at least rule out the two that are not made of metal from sociologist Umber. So sociologist Umber did not have a candle or a log. Sociologist Umber did not have a candle or a log, which means we already knew that they didn't have a log, unfortunately. I was hoping we would have solved that there. Okay. I'm wondering if I'm forgetting to rule out other things here. I guess we'll just go through it and see where we land. It seemed like somebody was going to chop down a strange and twisted tree because an axe was leaning against it. Okay, so an axe was at the strange and twisted tree, the gnarled tree, and the axe. So, location of the weapon, which rules out. Look at another hard candy. Someone at a great picnic spot would obviously need to scare a bear away. makes sense. This is the little hill, the picnic spot. The bear, okay, so little hill. Which means, okay, we're ruling out some other options here. The second shortest suspect had never been on the little hill. So that's Judge Pine, second shortest. 5'4", 5'6", 5'7", 6'2", yeah. Judge Pine was never at the little hill. Judge Pine was not at the little hill. It's a circle. A rusted blade was found beside the cultist. Who's the cultist? Oh, the cultist is the murderer, sorry. So we know that's the weapon. Okay. I feel like I'm definitely missing some things here. Okay, so let's go through everything we know. So we know, what is that? Baron Maroon had the log. But we don't know anything else about Baron Maroon or the log. We know the candle was to steal a prized book. We don't know anything about anything else there. We almost know the location of the motive. We know the axe was at the tree. Damn, dude, I feel like I am not on top of this. Dude, I feel like I cannot think through this. Like, I feel like we're missing so much information. But, like, I probably should have gotten it from some of these clues. Am I supposed to, like, assume a whole bunch of these? Like, am I supposed to assume, like, one of the Scorpios? I don't know. I'm guessing that's the case. Okay. I'm just gonna assume cryptozoologist is the Scorpio I wanted to get revenge. assume another one of these right-handed ones. Dude, this can't be right. You know, if anyone's like following along and knows what I'm doing wrong, flag me. I feel like I'm not marking off certain things that can't be true. Like I'm missing a ton. There's no way. Let me see what the clue says in the back of the book. This is puzzle 53. Logico drew a marrow card from Myrtina's old deck and guessed that it meant that Baron Maroon was seen on a nice little hill. Baron Maroon was on a nice hill. So Baron Maroon was on the hill. This is the hill. Dude, that doesn't even do enough for me. Maybe it does. So I know Baron Maroon had a log, and the log was on the nice little hill. So then the log has to go over here on the nice little hill. Dude, I'm so missing information here. But like I have it, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna do a piece of gum, hold on. Motives. The bear, right-handed, but there are a bunch of right-handed. Where's the bear? Motive. Damn. This isn't good. I don't know if I'm smart enough to do these. I feel like I'm like not putting something correct. Like locations and the weapons. I'm just trying to look to see like what of these I can like use to cancel out other things, and I just feel like I'm not. A rusted blade, whatever. The second shortest suspect ever been a little hill. I think I did that. Yeah. I think this is supposed to be, I skipped this one, but I think this is because it says at least in part. So I'm guessing it's this axe because it's wood and metal. Like, why would they say at least in part? I'm assume it was the axe for sociologist Umber. I mean, I don't know if that's actually legit, but I'm just gonna make that call myself and see what happens. And we're still not fully up on. Okay. Well, let's see. An axe was at with Umber, and the axe was at the tree. So we know that Umber was then at the tree, which would reduce some of those. Okay. Oh, I was at the hill. I was at the hill. We know the motive. Okay. We have motives here for getting revenge. The person who was at the cave didn't have a log and didn't want to murder for revenge. The little person also didn't want to murder for revenge. Who was at the little hill? Okay, Baron Maroon. So we know Baron Maroon did not want to murder for revenge, right? The person that was at the little hill did not want to murder for revenge. And the same thing, we don't know who was at. Okay, I'm just gonna go with that one for now because I don't think we know who was at the little moving cave. Yeah, we don't know who's at the moving cave yet. Okay, so we know Baron Maroon was at the little hill. Right? Yeah, so Baron Maroon did not want to kill for revenge, which means Cryptozoologist Cloud did. So Cryptozoologist Cloud wanted to kill for revenge. Okay, we know the person wanted to kill for revolution. What do we know? What do we know locations of? Sorry, location of sociologist Umber with the axe. The axe was at the tree, and the tree. What are the motives here? To steal a prize book and to get revenge. I feel like we're getting closer. I think we have to just use the info that we have. weapon was the log. Okay, we're just missing a few things. Whoever wanted to get revenge, remember the ones that we wanted to look back at? So it was a Scorpio. Let's see. Who was the Scorpio between the Cloud and the Judge Pine? Cloud was a Scorpio. I think Scorpio wanted revenge. But we don't know. Oh yeah, we already figured that out. So that means Judge Pine didn't want revenge. We got that. Whoever wanted to scare a bear away would have had to have been right-handed. We got the bear person already. So now we need to figure out revenge. Oh, I'm so dumb. I have X's for some things and I need to... Oh, no. Never mind. I'm making things up. I feel like we're so close. Yet I don't know what the next step is. What did we know about them both right-handed? I guess maybe we'll just go through them all again and see where we're at. Whoever wanted to get revenge with a Scorpio. We already know who wanted to get revenge. And that was Cloud. Whoever wanted to scare a bear away would have had to have been right-handed. We know who wanted to scare a bear away. That was Baron Maroon, who is right-handed. The suspect with a motive to go for revolution was seen plotting indoors and wanted to go for the revolution. That was the indoors moving cave. I got that. And I'll just go for the tree. We did that one. It seems like somebody was going to chop down a strange twisted tree. Yeah, we got that one too. Someone had a great picnic spot. Would have obviously seen a scare a bear away. We got that too. A rusted blade. We don't know who had the rusted blade yet. Because I'm another murderer. Damn. What am I missing? What am I missing? Cryptozoologist. His motive was to get revenge. The motive to get revenge is associated with, we don't know. I'm just going to go one by one, I guess, through each row and column. this way, and then 0's this way. Does that even make sense? Log, bear, L, bear, L, X, the tree. We don't have the motor for the tree. Dude, guys, I'm gonna probably have to quit. I don't. Giving myself a headache, dude. I mean, perfect world, I would have got this. Yeah, guys, I don't know. I can't even think anymore. I'm giving myself a headache. I might have to go Google this and look, and then maybe I'll come back and film another video finishing this or something. But I feel like I either messed something up or I'm missing something. I've gone each row. I've gone each column. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll erase it and try again another time or with a different one. I'm sorry, guys. I feel like I can't do this. My brain is fried. Been working all day too. Maybe that's factoring in, but I failed you all. I apologize. If anyone sees something that I'm not seeing, like maybe where I missed something or I'm not like excluding something that should be, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. As always, obviously like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. But I do hope the video at least gave you some tingles, even though we couldn't solve this. But yeah, thank you again for watching. I appreciate you all so much, and we'll see you on the